Greetings and thank you for dropping by once again for the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Thursday, March 29, 2012. We're using the 2-minute chart on the S&P and let's get started. Okay, now this is one of the rare times when we kind of go against the trend here. You'll notice that we've had a downward move. This is some kind of impulse pattern, and we're now in a sideways consolidation, and you can tell that by the upward bullish look of the MACD here. But the stochastic is turning up also, and we have a double bottom here. So we actually have divergence. We have a flat price, but we have a rising MACD and a rising stochastic. So that suggests this thing's going to go up. So that means this price is probably going to rise gradually until it collides with the red moving average, after which time we'll be looking pretty much for bearish trades. But right now we can probably squeeze out one bullish one. So I'm going to get long here and see what happens. Now, I didn't take this trade in actual trading because I wasn't up this early, but I think it's going to work. Yep, hit the first target and move the stop. I don't think we're going to hit the second target, but maybe. Okay, stopped out. Got the stop a little close there, unfortunately, but, well, what are you going to do? In any event, we do have a winning trade there. Okay, we've just about reached the end of the sideways consolidation, and we are about to head lower. And that's our cue. Now, notice the white is still above the red, but the stochastic is dropping into the lower half, and we have an overbought long-term stochastic. So this thing's going to follow. It's not really as risky as it looks. And remember, we have to be a little bit contrarian here. We have to kind of sell when it looks like the market is still going up, and buy when it's still going down. All right, hit both targets. So now we're going to be looking for another opportunity to get short. That's going to require that the stochastics come back around, get above the 50% level, and then turn down. And when they do, that's when we get short. Okay, stochastics is just about above. And now it's got the downward tilt. Plus, notice that our long-term stochastic has just plunged below the 50% level too, just as our white moving average has gone below the red. And we have a bearish red, white, and blue lineup on the MACD. So this is looking pretty good. Let's go short. And we'll add our arrow. And we hit both targets once again. That's what we like to see. All right, we're looking for the stochastic to get above 50% once again. And then drop below it. Okay, now we're above it. Let's look for the turnaround, and there it is. We got stopped out on that one. We hit the first target, and then we're stopped out. So we got just a minimal bit of profit there, but that's okay. Now, we don't have a flipped parabolic, but we came up above the 50% and went back down again. So I think we'll have a chance to get short yet again. It's always nice when you have the parabolic because it gives you a nice obvious target, but this one looks pretty good just the same. Yep, there we go. Oops, sorry about that. Get that out of the way. Well, we hit both targets. Darn it. I linger too long on a drawing object, the little dialog box pops open. That's just how it is. All right. Now, let's see if we get any more opportunities to go short. Okay, stochastic is above 50%. In fact, it's even climbing into the overbought zone. That suggests that this might be maybe a wave 4 pullback here, or a corrective bounce is what I should say. All right. We've got the curve. Let's get short. Okay. Hit both targets. Now, if I'm right, and that was wave 4, then this is probably wave 5. Okay, let's go short yet again. I think we got faked out here, or maybe not. No, we didn't. We at least hit the first target. Didn't flip the parabolic, but we're stopped out now. Let's pause that for a moment. And here's our next trade, a little short one. Now, notice what we got going on here. This low is lower than this low by a teeny tiny bit. But we've got bullish divergence on the MACD and a slighter bullish divergence on the stochastic. If this is 3, 4, 5, we're going to go higher. And we were below the 50% and going higher. This is very similar to our first trade right here. So we get long. Okay. And both targets. That's what we like to see. Now we're looking for long trades. White moving average is moving above the red. Our long-term stochastic is moving above 50%. We're looking for the short-term stochastic to get below 50 and turn around. There we go. Yep. Flip the parabolic. But white looks like it's staying above red pretty solidly. So we may still be okay. Oh yeah, whoops. Got the wrong drawing tool there, didn't I? Let's go for the arrow. Okay, both targets hit. Let's see, we actually started this trade before the parabolic, so about there. Now, let's look for another opportunity here. Okay, stochastic is below 50%. Wait for it to turn around like that. And we get long once again. Might as well put the arrow in there while we got it paused. And away we go. All right, that was a quick 2 targets. Now, that was the last trade of the day. Notice there's one marginal signal here. Notice what happens. The stochastic will come down below the overbought zone and turn around like it just did here. And the market's going to go substantially higher, but and we clearly would have made money if we'd taken that long trade, but I don't recommend those. I would much rather wait for the ones that go below the 50% mark and catch those. They're a little more reliable. You'll miss a few of those, but you'll be better off in the long run. So let's run out the clock here. And there you have it. So how do we fare? $1,350. That's a pretty decent score for 3 contracts. And what's our trade count here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-0 and 1,350. Not too shabby. All right, folks, we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by.